Members of the Council, my name is Tim Dillingham. I'm the Executive Director for the American Littoral Society. For those of you who don't know us, we're a coastal conservation organization based up in Sandy Hook and Highlands. We have about 2,000 members in New Jersey, some of which live in Long Branch, and we're very involved in issues around public access to the shore. So I appreciate that you're holding this over and taking some time to look at the questions a little more deeply. We are very concerned about the broad trend that seems to be picking up a bit of municipalities abandoning rights of way to the beach, to the shore, that might be used to provide for public access. The gentleman spoke before me, I think, really raised the question that ought to be before you, foremost in your minds, about what is the public benefit that's being served by this action. I think that a couple things. One would be the fact that this provides an opportunity, perhaps, as this project moves forward, the development of the project and the beach nourishment project, to provide for access. I went down before the meeting tonight just to double check. The access is not great between Plaza and Adams and Pullman. The parking is restricted on the streets. There's not a lot of spots there on Adams to go at it. Because the state apparently owns a piece of property that's on the edge of the ocean, that when the beach nourishment project comes in, that provides an opportunity to increase access to the beach for the community. And we think that that's appropriate. The town, the city should not be taking an action which might undermine that opportunity in our minds. And to have this easement abandoned prior to those projects moving forward gives up that opportunity. The nature of the easement, there is still a jetty down there. There's going to be a shore protection project in the form of the sand itself. There's still a need for access to maintain it. I don't know if the state has formally replied back to you to say we are not planning on needing that in order to maintain their obligations to keep those projects up going forward. I think that the question about if the public has been using this, as the mayor said, if the fishermen and surfers have been using it for a number of years, there may be a prescriptive right for the public to use that easement down to the property, and that's a matter of law. I'm not an attorney, but I do know that that's something that ought to be considered. But I would urge you to look at where this fits into the opportunities to provide public access. When that beach gets restored, it's going to be a brand new resource, as you know, and there's a lot of demand for use of the beach. You should not be foreclosing an opportunity to provide that to your citizens or to other people in the state by moving prematurely on this and abandoning this right away before those things move forward. I do think that, lastly, I would agree with Mr. Kapoor's observation that I don't understand why the state of New Jersey, in granting their capital permits, didn't require that require public access to be provided, regardless of the easement itself. If there's going to be a single-family house there, or maybe multiple dwellings, I don't know what the landowner's intentions are, but there may be an exaction as part of that permitting process as the state to provide public access. Again, that gets more difficult if this action moves forward prior to that. So I appreciate the fact that you're holding off on this. I would hope that you look deeper into the opportunities that this might have to aid in opening up the shore, making the investments being made by the public in the beach nourishment projects more available, and really keeping in mind that need to serve the public benefit and not simply not create a problem.
So just so I understand from your own experience, in other words, if this was decided in 1938 for construction and so forth, it's just kind of coincidental that now there's a beach replenishment project that's going to be taking place in that exact area. So your suggestion, at a minimum, is that we don't take any action if in some way that easement will assist that beach replenishment project. Correct?
Right. I mean, the easement talks about a jet.
That's fair. I mean, so but my second question, again, from your own experience, this is an easement that apparently the city did not even know about, and if it is on private property, what choice does the city have if it's private property? In other words, from your own experience, it's an easement that was used for construction. I understand what you're saying, for the beach replenishment, but beyond that, Again, anything you could advise us from your own experience as to what can we do about that? That's private property.
Well, I
I'm
guess...
going to allow you to answer this question, and then your time is done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I don't know that the city is under an obligation to take this action to abandon this easement. So you're taking an affirmative action. You're doing something on your own accord in response to the landowner's request. But whether you're obligated to do that or not, and I would urge you that if there may be an opportunity to use that easement, the history of public use of that site, to open up that part of the beach, that part of the coast to more robust public access, then I think that's where your duty lies, and that's where you should take this in.
Okay, thank you.